got both cameras, we get both angles. You know, I be working my angles and shit. That's a good angle. I like it. I like it. You like it?
I'm good. You shit.
Good.
Man, if that's how I look, I can't do shit about it.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, she looks good.
That's why people take pictures. I'm like, I don't even want to see it because what the fuck am I supposed to do? I know I'm gonna just get locked into it.
I don't want Let's get naked. Like the juice do, like the juice do. Don't step on the floor, baby, me and you, baby, me and you. Let's get naked. Let's get naked.
You looking this fine and saying stuff like this, like. I'm gonna do it with this. Hello, family, and thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Let's Get Naked with Miss Mofilla. Listen, usually I would give a surprise as to who's here, but I done said her name about 3,000 times before now. So, in case you didn't catch it, I have the beautiful, the powerful, the dopest MC here in Boston. Here, longevity here. We got an icon in the building for Boston. You understand me? The one and only Dutch Rebelle. Say what's happening.
Ladies, what was it? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. That's what we're on right now because we're professionally hood. That's just what we
professionally
do.
hood. That's going to be the caption when you post that.
I think that's what we should do. Unless we get into something else juicy because I feel like we just might have a better topic to have a subject on. You gonna sip your drink on that note. But no, I appreciate you taking your time out to come and sit with me, sis. It's been long overdue.
It has been.
It's been long overdue.
Sorry for the wait.
I've been stalking Dutch for mad long, yo. She made me chase her, and now I got her here, yo. So I'm gonna get straight to it, and
I'm paying for it.
Yeah. It's always. Can you tell them that the vibes here at Let's Get Naked though? You see what she's doing?
You know what I mean? The vibes.
That's the vibe here. Yeah. Let's Get Naked. That's the vibe. But no, I like it for you to feel comfortable. You feeling good?
No, this is very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
I can't shake your hands. I can't. That's how you feel?
Yeah, good morning. Thank you. Yes, thank you. That's when I'm like, no, I appreciate everything. No, all jokes aside.
No, for real.
That's my no for real.
Okay. No,
it's the Obama, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. So yeah, I was chasing Dutch down for a while, and I appreciate you opening up to me, and I'm gonna start off talking my shit because this is just what I do, right? I made sure to bring you here. We know anybody that lives in Boston knows who Dutch Rebelle the rapper is, right?
I hope so.
If you're living under a rock, you better get hip and just Google her, because at that point she's that big of a deal. Just Google her and everything is popping up. You understand me? So I made a point that whenever I wanted to talk to Dutch, and I wanted to make sure she was comfortable enough that we talked absolutely nothing career. So let me talk my shit real quick for everybody else out there.
She want to get to know me.
I'm trying to get to know who Dutch Rebelle the person is. I might even ask what the government is. I might even. You about that life? Oh, she about that life with me, y'all. They
don't want to know me. They don't want to know my.
I want to know my heart, girl. I want to know your heart. But yeah, I'm so glad that you took the time. And I always like to tell people why I brought you here. You know what I mean?
No, thank you for that.
I remember our first time actually connecting. We met a couple of times at an industry events, but we didn't really get to connect until I did an interview on BNF. Shout out to Woody, man, his crazy self.
For real,
he's nuts, absolutely nuts.
Shout out to this old Woody, dog.
Absolutely. So yeah, I did an interview on there where I had shared some of my story. And if you've tuned in to Let's Get Naked, you know my story as well about the Me Too movement and my experience personally with the Me Too movement. Now, I remember while I was doing the interview, I could see the comments going crazy from freaking Dutch Rebelle. So there's two levels to this shit, y'all, because
there's so many levels.
There's so many levels. First, for me, as a person in Boston, I've heard your name forever.
So
to see Dutch Rebelle's name popping up like crazy. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. What is going on? But then also to see such empowering words. Just the fact that my story resonated so much with you. It was a really special moment for us to connect right in that time. And that kind of opened the door for us to have fun.
I was on your
back.
Me, man. Like, yo, what the hell is going facts. That's valid. I was like, yo, this is what you doing? Like, you making niggas cry and shit? Like, this is what you doing? Like, I don't even know. I told you, I was like, I was just sitting there smoking, you know what I'm saying?
Minding my
Rolling
business.
through real quick.
Because you're not thinking about you got to tune in to BNF and
Dog, I'm in here like,
right.
it's like, nah.
That's what she gonna
Whole
do.
Lifetime movie shit, like Queen shit. It was crazy, but no, it was just that, you know, exactly what you said. Like, I've met you on the fly, or like I knew who you were, but it was always like, so much going on. So I was like, what's up, Queen? I'll see you eventually.
Eventually, we'll catch each other.
But then it was like, exactly, like, just for it to have been so random. And again, I'm already feeling like, damn, she gonna beat my ass because I've been chased. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I can kind of get a sneak peek in a sense. I wasn't, you know, not too much thought into it, but it was just like, oh, this is, let me make sure I give her a platform. Like, let me give my full attention to see what this is about. And shout out to the homie D anyway.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
I tune in when I can.
I didn't expect him to want me to be on the show to tell the story. That's why even while I was doing it, I was like, so you want me to tell the full story? He was with it, though. He was with it. Shout out to the homie D.
He was just, and he's really into it. Like, he's really like, you know, everything he say, he mean it.
I traumatized that whole audience.
Everything. I was just like, it was the power for me.
Thank you.
As they say, as the girls say.
It was the power.
It's the power for me. Like, but I told you that. Like, that's literally what I told you. I was like, nah, like, there's a lot of weight in words. You know what I mean? I felt that very much. Like, there's a lot of weight in words. And just the way you was swinging them things, I was like, oh, shit. She over here gut wrenching people like, yeah, this is my life.
Boom.
Yeah, this is what happened. And then I grew up out of that shit and was like, what's the next thing? And it was just like, bitch, scary as motherfucker. I like her. She's crazy. So, you know, we like stuff like that.
And now we're here.
See, back to the hands. Right. Professionally speaking.
We love stuff like that.
But we love.
But
touche.
What's the cliche? Real recognizes real.
Amen.
And when your tribe will find you, quite frankly. So once we connected in that moment, I was like, nah, Dutch, I got to get you on this show. And I want to talk personal shit. I don't want to talk anything industry tonight. I don't want to talk nothing industry tonight. So to start off, let me get into my interview mode.
Right.
Dutch, can you first tell us what your government name is?
My name is Vanda Bernardo.
Ooh,
yeah.
That sounds real Haitian Creole. You understand?
Yeah, so it depends on how you want me to say it. Like, so the Haitians, I would say Vanda Bernardo. Dominicans is Vanda Bernardo. Like,
it depends on where you put the accent.
Depends on which side of the family you're talking to.
Gotcha.
Pretty much. But it's Vanda. Vanda.
Ah.
So that's my name. So Von Dutch is why they call me Dutch.
So guys, just because you heard it here doesn't mean you're going to get out in these streets and think you're throwing that name or V or any of that out there.
To the highest extent.
Please.
What she said.
Please
like, no, that's... Please don't. Like, it's... I say that a lot. I don't like that.
I'm like, just because you heard it don't mean that you get to call it. Just like, who was it? It wasn't Sweetie.
I was about to say Carisha.
Carisha, right. We just did it. Sorry, Young Miami. My bad.
Don't get me wrong. I can say please don't, and you're still going to say whatever the fuck you want to say.
What happens?
Because people call me other things besides my name. They call me Rebel.
Who's that?
Yeah, which is a strong who's that. But then there's also, like, you know, people call me Dutchy. Like, they call me, like, they're variations or whatever. So I always say, I don't care what you call me as long as you call me with respect. But same thing, if you call me V or Von and I tell you not to and you proceed to, we're in a different conversation anyway. So we good. It ain't got shit to do with music. You feel me? Now it's like,
now I'm
you do it, Mike Jack, you badass. Like, right.
So I'm not gonna call you V this episode because I don't want to.
No, you.
I can call you V. Oh, it's lit. I'm in there V.
But for here, they're gonna call me.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dutch for the sake because I don't want nobody else getting comfortable. But you know,
put it like this. My mother doesn't call me my name. She calls me Dutch.
I mean, because it just fits. It fits.
Yeah, even with the Haitian like Dutch.
It fits perfect.
She calls me Dutch. So yeah, but it's still I guess it's like if you don't know where the nickname comes from, then you damn sure shouldn't be saying the origin. You damn sure shouldn't be saying my
Come on. So don't chop it up. Don't be disrespectful.
Because it confuses me. The first thing I'm gonna say is, you know my mama? Like, you know. You
met somebody who you know.
Like, you don't. You know what my doorbell sounded like at the house in the building? Like, you don't know that. So
as far as y'all know, it's Dutch. Period.
Yes, professionally speaking.
So, now you did mention that you have the Haitian side and the Dominican side. Now, what everything that's gone on, because the way I've understood it, you got to explain it to me. I'm a Yankee. Yeah. Explain it to me. The way I look at it as it's like one piece of land that's kind of split in two.
Yes.
And one side is Haiti, one side is...
Yes.
Okay. How is that growing up in a household with both? Because isn't it always been friction between?
Well, my parents aren't like one is Dominican, one is Haitian.
Okay.
They're both Haitian. You know what I'm saying? My father's half Dominican.
Okay.
But they're Haitian. Well, not even. I can't even say that because realistically, back to what you were saying about the island, they're Hispanic. Mm-hmm. Is what it is. Like Hispaniola was the island when it was one.
Come on.
And then Spain got DR and France got Haiti.
There we go.
So
come on, history lesson.
French, they speak Spanish.
Come on.
So
history lesson here.
Yeah, and before all of those motherfuckers was there was Indians there.
Look, don't get me started on that. I think I might be.
No, but it's so important because I always say that too. Like even something kind of off tangent, but makes sense. Like my mom was very hesitant when I got my locks, but everyone says my locks suit me so much.
Yeah,
I feel like that has a lot to do with like the Indian side, you know what I'm saying? Like because it's like my hair straight is super Dominican. Yeah, but that's not the point. It doesn't even freaking matter. It's just like you just see. It's when you see it together, you're like, oh, that looks reminiscent. Like if I go Google some shit, I'm sure I'm gonna find some twin like
that looks me.
You know, so same tribe type shit.
I know
right?
that's
like
right.
yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
So I'm gonna get straight to it, Dutch. I like to, Let's Get Naked is a space for us to tell our stories and
to feel safe.
It's a safe space. She said I use that as a cliche, but it's real, y'all.
Plotting ass.
I'm not plotting. It's so real because this is a safe space. It's a judgment-free zone. Yeah. This is where we can talk about our shit, and nobody's here to judge. And if you judge, I'm coming up to your front door. Period. Period. No, say it to our face. Period. No, but I want to ask, and I ask every single guest that I have to tell their story. If you could think of at least one of the most pivotal moments in your life, personally, yeah, that shaped you to be the V that you are today. Come on with the questions, man. Come on.
Damn, I don't even think I ever thought about that. In my life, shit. I mean, I feel like it's just different versions of learning that you're individual in the world. Like you are one of one. Gotcha. I mean, if I had to think about every situation that I could put in the category of to think or to choose, it would be like, yeah, it's all the ones where I was like, I kind of wasn't sure of making that decision, and I did it, and it was like, nigga, that's exactly what the fuck I should have been doing. You should have been doing trusting your gut. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of something like before going away, because obviously going away to college is a big one, because a lot of my niggas don't go away. Yeah. Right? And if they go away, that's not where they went.
The other college.
The other away for a while, for 4 years, 2 years, 3, 6, however you want to dice it up. 20. Yeah. Be like that. Yeah. But
dumb stuff, but we'll talk about that.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, exactly. Real shit. And also just like not even just that, but being even the fact that there's a lot of people that just passed the fuck away before you know what I mean, got to a certain point. So like it was going away to school, period, was just being the only person that was, first of all, like I was born in Haiti, so my parents didn't go, they did like training and, school here and shit, but not like, it wasn't like the high school and not go away to college thing. I was the first person to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, first generation.
Exactly, because I was born in Haiti, so it's like I came with my parents, you know what I mean? So just going away to college, and then like I lived in an apartment, I didn't live in a dorm. So that was another thing too. Like,
just, like on your own in an apartment?
I had roommates. I had one roommate. But even that, like finding a roommate was awesome. They sent us a fucking list of people who didn't have a roommate. That was it. And we just so happened she called me first. But like my last name starts with a B. I was the first person on the list. The first conversation was, what do you do for fun? I like dance hall. Me too. Oh shit.
We roommates.
I like da da da. I like this. I like hair. I like blah. Boom boom boom. We roommates. You know what I'm saying? Like that was it. And that's one of my best friends to this day. As a matter of fact, my godson's birthday was just 2 days ago. So happy birthday!
Shout out to you.
You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the homie. But just like being out there, none of my friends was like really going away like that. My older cousins wasn't going away to college and shit like that. So being in PA Dolo and living in an apartment, not even just a dorm thing. It's like I have rent. I had rent as a freshman. You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I had rent and like this job as a freshman. I mean, I had certain things that, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the OGs. They did certain things the right way and helped me get certain loans and blah blah. But for the most part, they're mine because they Haitian and they're mine. So they helped me get them, but they're mine. Yeah. So there was later on I got jobs and shit like that. But in the beginning, Haitians, your job is to go to school.
Yo, I get it.
Like your job is to get do as best as you can with school. So I did eventually start working just for the fuck of it. I worked at Victoria's Secret.
Of course, we get that little side money, the little store discounts. You know how that works.
All that. Exactly, precisely. And honestly, it's funny. I actually got a job because it was just so boring out there because I went to school in KKK County.
Ooh, what part of PA?
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Wow, I know Harrisburg.
I went to Harrisburg, but I lived in Middletown, Pennsylvania. And because again, I didn't live on campus.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so I lived in a complex. You see what I'm saying? And so I had neighbors that was calling the cops for certain shit that they're hearing and seeing and whatever. You know what I mean? I had to do that. I had eventually I had a whip, you know what I mean? Being in the city, trying to go to the mall, dealing with police in different states. And don't get me wrong, if you travel, you've been outside, you've done certain things, but realistically, I think that going away to school and on top of it being not around a lot of people that were doing that, and then the added fact that I wasn't in no dorm status, whereas
you could shelter,
ain't no advisors in schools and shit. Nigga. Exactly. If I ain't wake up,
that's you missed the whole day of school.
The fuck you mean? I'm in my crib. My crib, literally my crib. I need groceries. I didn't have no mail card. You feel me? I had no milk card. That's how I know how to cook. I was the hood cook. I was like, niggas said come and add a little jar by the window.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but you said cook and I hit the magic word. Shout out to today's sponsor for this episode of Let's Get Naked, my homie, Kos. Listen, make sure y'all follow Cooking with Kos. On Instagram, it's Cooking with Kos, Kas. Cooking with Kos on Instagram. This man,
that jerk joint was...
The tacos are crazy. The margaritas are nuts. That's why we over here looking crazy now. Absolutely nuts. But yeah, I had to make sure I give a shout out.
I told you, that's why I said this is what she does. She gets freaking full. Wow. I would have been good with some chips for real. Because I be
trying to be a good hostess with the lostess.
I would have been cool. I like pizza and shit. I'm not even tripping. I would have been fine.
You could have just ordered your pizza.
Just had a poo-poo platter of tacos.
Enjoy. And a good crazy Henny margarita. Shout out to Cooking with Kos. I had to make sure I shout him out, and he's a sponsor for this episode. Also, if you want to sponsor an episode of Let's Get Naked, by all means, hit me up. Let's Get Naked, the #1 @gmail.com. I'm sorry to cut you off midway, but I heard food and
very important.
Lifted. I'm gonna have a whole situation.
Shout out to Lifted for the vibes as well. For storing the vibes.
Storing the vibes. 1,000%. I got my Lifted stuff over there in the other room, and I can't have to grab it. But you already know
because we lifted.
It's a vibe over here. Let's Get Naked today. Oh yes, but let's get back into it. So,
but just a lot of those things was really situations that shaped me. You feel me? Because you don't have a lot of. I guess that is. Let's just say going away. Let's just say my time in PA. Let's just say that is the most moving time. Because realistically, it was it's one thing to move away, but it's another thing to have a lot of firsts in it at the same time. Not being places and seeing shit, but it's nah, you really know who you are. These dudes in the city, which is what I learned when I came back from school, was that y'all ain't never been nowhere before. So there's no way that you're gonna tell me you this, you tough, you all this, you scared. You scared. This not you're scared. You're scared. You're curious. You don't even. You know what I mean? They've never been in situations where they really had to only rely on themselves alone, because you still have the security of, even if some nigga's about to jump you, you can still probably go down the street and call somebody's house or whatever, you got somebody but do that when you're in Pennsylvania.
I was going to say, tell me your biggest holy shit moment in PA. In that moment, your biggest first.
I mean, there was so many. My first fucking month and a half, I was at gunpoint by the police 3 times. I had a dress on every time. It was racist as shit. I was in KKK County. These fucking fat
so they were just racial. Wait,
you know what I'm saying?
That's I warned you. Let's not play with me.
You know what I'm saying? I got arrested out there. I've had some shit.
Just something and that thing.
A couple dudes I ain't seen in a while. Shout out to the homies, freedom. No, it was spicy times, but a lot of Baltimore. I was going out to Baltimore. I was seeing shit in Baltimore. Yeah, like that, and that's what I mean. Like that's yo,
beast.
Dude. Let me tell you about the time niggas was in a mall in Baltimore, and this crowd of dudes was literally following us with the blicky, trying to fucking fight the one dude we was with because they were trying to get at his cousin, his little cousin, and they were being like swarming us to try to talk to her in the food court. And then these niggas is like, "What's up? We can't talk to your cousin." Now they following us, bro, around the mall. I'm like, we about to get. I'm like, I'm in college. This is the shit that I go to school with. She cool. We went to go see her for the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, dude ain't do shit. Dude ain't do nothing. He did the most he could fucking possibly do. We in the mall.
And I mean, it's a whole bunch of y'all and one of him. Like, I can't stand that shit.
It was like 6 of them niggas. It was one of them. We know they had a fire on him because he was holding it out and everything. And we're in the mall. And me and my homegirl are not from there. I'm my best friend's from Brooklyn. Yeah. And then I'm from Boston and shit. And we're out in Baltimore with another Jersey chick, if I'm not mistaken. Right. And then, you know what I'm saying? And we just at the mall in like the next town over. You know what I mean? Like it's shit like that where it's you, yourself. You really got to sit there and think about that shit. Like,
can I just say that real quick though?
I've been in situations.
We were just talking about this on the other side about having there's levels to shit, right? And like, I'm not ever taking away Boston street cred. I know Boston gets crazy. Boston goes nuts. There is definitely a dark side of Boston that nobody wants to meet, right? Yeah. New York, all of us got it, right?
Of course.
But I feel like there's levels to that shit.
Thoroughly. There's a lot of privilege here and people need to know that. And and the people that I know who are really about that action or whatever you want to say out here, they know that. Exactly. It's a given. I always say this. I'm like, real killers, they listen to like R&B.
Facts. Mad emotional music.
Mad emotional shit. They're mad sweet.
I be having mad killers tuning in my podcast.
No, I'm kidding. They do. I know. But you know what I mean? Like that's really how I feel. It's the truth though. And so just being out there and just really having to rely on self, like, you know, it's funny, one of the first things I thought of when you asked the question was like, I remember one time we was at my boy's crib, my boy's complex, which was like maybe 8 minutes drive, 30, 40 minutes walk. You know what I mean? It was like 3, 4 in the morning or something. We was all chilling. And like, I didn't have it with at the time. And like out there, the buses don't run like that. Yeah. And it was like, I wanted to go home. I wasn't going to ask no nigga to take me home because ain't no nigga that's not fucking the shit going to take her home at that time. Okay. You know what I mean? Like I know the ropes. Like, I ain't tripping. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we know how it is. Yeah. We'll get into that. You're a woman that deals with it all the time, just on a platonic level. We know how it is.
It's not considerate to ask you, dumb, bro. I just should have figured your shit out. We like, know what it is. Yeah. So, you know, you got to be responsible for yourself. That's all they're asking you to do. So I was like, I'm walking home. It was like, and my girls was like, yo, you're crazy, you're bugging. And I was like, bro, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I always had something with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but regardless, it was just like, bro, there's actually nothing really stopping me from doing this. Except for everything that people think. You know what I mean?
True.
But
that could happen.
Yeah, that could happen. But it's like, I'm alright. Because back then I was hoodie down to the ground every day. You know what I mean? Like I don't look like the candidate.
This is not.
I'm not the candidate. I don't look like the one. Like and even shit. I mean, we talking about even in college. One of my classes was like a self-defense class. Like one of my gym requirements, I took it was like a self-defense because my school is infamous for rape, by the way, Penn State. Yeah. So you know that was like. So yeah, it was like I'm going to class to learn how to fucking. Pen niggas, like, you know what I mean? So I was outside. I was fine. I was like, I passed. Like, I'm good. But outside of that, just like, you know, where we come from. Like, it's not even just really. It's not about being tough. It ain't even about none of that because that's what we were talking about. These niggas, there's no fun in that.
No, nothing cute about that.
There's nothing cute about it.
There's nothing cute.
We're talking about the fact that I'm from a cultural background that's about survival. You know what I mean? So my mentality with bringing it back to your question was just like. Yo, whoever you want to say, God, universe, whatever, like, I'm outside, bro. Like, everything, y'all can try to save me, help me, whatever you want. Like, in all this even talking, I would have been halfway home. Yeah. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. That's it. Go home. And I just walked home. And, like, I hit my girl when I got home, of course, you know, proper channels. Like, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good. Shit's like, and it was one of the best fucking walks ever. Like, you feel me?
At 3 a.m.
It was like 5. It was like 4 or 5. But it's almost like, but even that, okay. And you know, that sounds wild, but the reason why I say it's pivotal because, you know, I always got my reasons. But think about it now as an older person, because this is like, you know, freshman, sophomore year, some shit, right? There are people who get up and go jogging at that time. There are people who live their life on a completely different time clock. What is to say what's an inappropriate time to walk home? That's what I was feeling in the moment. It was like, what the fuck is, because women aren't safe and all that. I agree with all of it. But like,
why am I living my life based off of that?
What the fuck, my nigga? I feel real alright right now, bro. Like,
yo, that's just hit me with some profound shit just now.
It's like we do a lot of things. So that's what it was. We do a lot of things based off of what lessons were taught to us. And we don't pay attention enough to the lessons that we experience on our own, because those are our lessons. You feel me? You gotta pay attention.
Pause, because I ain't signed up for you to come on here and give me.
I mean, because I'm long-winded, but I'm answering that question. You feel me? Because that's why something that sounds, you asking me about the most, like, one of the most pivotal moments in my personal life. Technically, on Black and Whites, my answer was a fucking walk home at 5 a.m. That don't sound important, but with the backstory, you understand what I mean.
But I get it.
It's you have to get to that process of just being like, I understand everything y'all stand, and I love y'all for it, and I feel you, and I'm still telling you, I'm good. I'm out.
Going to be okay.
I'm so fine with being I'm out, because my ass don't even like walking like that. I don't know why the fuck I wanted to. I just needed to go home. They were like, just wait, a couple hours, they would have took me home. In my mind, it was like, honestly, in like 30 minutes, I could be comfortable in the crib. Like, I feel it, but it was really just like,
I get it.
A Haitian person would be, no, you can't do that. Oh, you're a girl. You're not. It was a heavy on the you're a girl. You're not supposed to, and it was just like, I feel it. But like, again, think about boxers and shit. They wake up at 5 a.m. by themselves and they go jogging. Like that's what I thought. There are millions of people who are upright, especially in Pennsylvania. We had shit like Wawa. We had shit like Publix. We had shit like
pause. I gotta take another pause because you just dropped Wawa.
Shout out to Wawa. Yeah, real niggas respect Wawa. Real niggas
is real shit out here. You understand?
Real niggas give moment. I don't even know why I sling it like that. Real niggas give respect to Wawa.
Listen, on the late night after the club,
in sheets,
elite and
there was sheets in here. There was sheets with a Z.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to get that off.
No, that's real niggas too.
I was gonna say though, the real niggas know real shit.
My cousin always tells the story. Man, I went down to Florida and I seen a chick get beat with a Wawa crate. Every time I think of Wawa, I think of Carla, who evolved into a whole CBD business owner. So shout out to Zula Essentials.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. All my cousins are spicy, but they about that.
I love it.
Yeah, CBD wellness, everything you need.
But no, realness recognizes real, because that was a word to me, because there's always been that kind of, I've walked through my life that same way, where there's moments where a lot of people be like, yo, you're bugged out. You did what? I was in Jamaica. Like young, wild and free, out in the forest and up in the woods with guys that I had just met or people that I just met, because there's a level of protection you feel you have when you're on it. Now we're about to get deep right now. I'm outside. Let's be out here. There's a certain level of protection you feel, especially when you're spiritually connected and in tune. And when when you're doing right. You know what I'm saying out here? And it's not to say that you're exempt and that nothing can happen to you, but you're not walking around with those worries of the world.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I've walked streets at crazy hours in the nights too and not felt fear. But it's funny when I hear you say it, I'm like, yo, you're bugging, that's crazy. Yeah. But I've done it. Yo.
Yeah, you think about it.
I've actually done it.
I've been in some, like shit, out Manhattan, 5, 6 in the morning, walking to the Bronx, like.
And that's what it is. There's a certain level of, like, I know I'm good. Yeah. Number one, I also feel like if you can't get into trouble unless you're looking for it. That's the way I feel.
Yeah, I mean, yes, with respect to that, I would say you can't get into trouble if it wasn't for you.
Yeah,
to get into.
Exactly.
Like, you can look for it, not look for it. If it was for you, it was for you. I mean, that's a different level of understanding.
No, that's
not understanding, but I should say that's my. I feel like it was written, nigga. Like if it was
whatever's
happening. I tell my mom now. I'm like, bro, like if I'm gonna get into some shit, there was nothing I could do to avoid it, because that's how I live my life. I'm not confrontational. I'm not like that. So if anything happened to me, bro, it was mine. Yeah. It was mine. It was my shit to do. Like, come on, it was mine. It was gonna happen.
Own it, shit. Own it. And
it was mine, bro. Like,
don't blame the world. Don't blame the universe for what the hell happens to you. It was written.
Word of Nas, like Nas. I feel like that's what he was in, and it was written. And I mean, obviously that's not his script, but you know what I'm saying. Like, but that's the point. Like. It's a movie, bro. Just watch.
Just sit back and watch your life.
Yeah, just sit back and be the role, dog. Then there's one thing that all religious faiths, beliefs, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, agree with, that we are not in control.
Come on, so that's reality.
People be spoiled. I say people who are stressed out, they're spoilers. They fucking movie spoilers. Not fucking movie spoilers.
Oh, yo, that just gave me a spoilers. That's fucking real, because that's exactly what it is. When we're stressed, we're trying to figure out the end. When we're not in control.
We all know fucking bus hit your ass right now. Movie in it, nigga. Like my father's.
I got a friend like that. I'm like, bro, you gonna tell me the whole movie? The whole
thing,
and
I hate those people because it's just because if you want to talk about like energy, it's like you're passing on that stress to me. Why you can't just sit and watch it? I understand why you can't. I know your character, I can see it, but the energy is still a lot for me. Like, let me be intrigued and enjoy that. I don't fucking have a desire to know what's about to happen because I sit here to watch the fucking movie.
That's got the word.
That's how I deal with people. Like, and that's why, you know what we were talking about earlier. Like, a lot of people feel like they'll be like, "Dutch don't fuck with me because she didn't." You don't even know me, bro. You don't know how would you know when I'm upset or when I'm not?
Because you don't even know me.
How would you know if I was sad or when I wasn't?
Yo,
like, how would you even fucking know that?
I have had people tell me people tell me the words on the streets or whatever about myself, and I'm like,
all the time.
How?
All the time.
How do you guys come
and
to
this me? I'm like, what?
That's
Shit.
crazy.
And then what did I do?
Wow.
That's me. I'm like, what's
this is a new movie for me.
I'm into it. I'd be like, what happened after that? What did I say after that?
And then I just, what? Oh, bad.
Oh, shit. Did I win? Like,
I'm just stupid.
I'm into it.
Now, I'm going to switch gears just a little bit. I appreciate you. First of all, I want to appreciate you because everybody that knows Dutch don't get personal unless she truly feels comfortable
fucking
with you.
Right.
So the fact that she's here with me like that, I feel that. I appreciate that, and I don't take that shit.
You gotta be a real one, bro, or else I don't have anything to talk to you about. I'm not interested.
Can you say that again one more time?
You gotta be a real one, or I have nothing else to talk to you about because I'm not interested. I can go watch a fucking movie, like you said. I can actually go watch a movie.
I can go entertain myself.
I go entertain myself. Apparently, they tell me
I actually enjoy my own energy. Like, it's okay.
I get paid to entertain. What you gonna sit there and watch you do some shit that
I get paid to do? Oh, okay. So we're gonna switch gears.
I read books. I can read something. Shout out to Cooking with Kyle.
Yes, yo, these margaritas, y'all better get hip. But I gotta switch gears, and I'm gonna go straight to the trenches where no man or woman has gone before, and get all the way in your business, Dutch. I also remember there was a moment when I was on the BNF podcast, and Woody had asked me what my sexual preference was, and I had to break it down to him that I don't necessarily like labels because I'm a person that goes off of vibes, right? So that for me, that explanation is I don't limit myself by gender. That's why I can't even say like I'm bisexual, I'm this, I'm that. I don't limit myself by gender because it's all about an energy and a vibe. If I'm attracted to your energy and vibe, I'm rocking with you. Right. So I'm going to ask you that same question, my love. The question that everybody's been so afraid to ask.
Really? Really?
I feel like, has anybody asked you?
No. See? I guess you're right. Nobody's actually, wow.
Yeah, anybody asked you?
Hold on, I got really right. I don't think I've, wow. I don't think I've actually, yeah, you're right.
Give me that.
Get the fuck out. Shout out to her. No, you're right. Because exactly, I guess my surprise that niggas even give a fuck.
Right.
I guess that I didn't know that, but niggas.
Look,
I be perplexed. You see, fucking vocab words. I be perplexed by motherfuckers all the time.
So you tell me, Dutchie, do you like women? Let's just ask that question first. We'll build up.
It's not even crazy. It's not to me. It's not even a wild question because first of all, in 2021, all these bitches is all these bitches is gay.
Everybody's gay.
Even that, like we were saying about school earlier, like I was around real gay chicks. Even that, like you see girls that like to I kissed a girl. Like no, my
living that life,
fucking you,
strapping up
early. I was one of my homegirls. I was real cool with. She was like straight. Like she was the most respectfully butch, whatever you want to call it, more masculine chick that I was like the first one I was really around like regular.
Gotcha.
Because I was cool with her girl, and she didn't go to the school. She was just from Baltimore. Gotcha. Or from DC, whatever. So like just even experiencing that, it's like no, a lot of these bitches play around with that shit.
Yeah, I feel like let me give you my philosophy.
Yes,
I feel like this is what it is. I feel like every woman specifically. I'm not gonna put it on men because men get so up in ears when you speak about their sexuality. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Stupid. But I'll speak for the ladies. I feel like 100% of women's sexuality is fluid. What parts you're comfortable about and what parts you're not is 100% up to the individual.
To a certain extent,
I think all women can look at another woman and be like, yo, she's sexy as fuck.
It's true. You want to know?
Even fantasize to a certain extent.
Can I add to your theory? Because I do have a whole theory on it.
Go ahead, come on. Hit me with your theory.
So the theory is, the reason why women can do that but men can't do that is because women's bodies produce life. So therefore, your body is now a piece of art.
Ooh.
And anybody can appreciate that. So a woman can always appreciate another woman's body.
Hell, this is Dutch's show. This ain't my show no more.
It can produce life.
This ain't my show.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying dudes can't. They can carry life.
They can carry life.
That it can carry life.
But we produce it.
So there's no way a woman can't be like, wow, that woman is a beautiful woman, because the same shit that dudes are attracted to, if you think about it, are the reproductive shit. The titties.
True. Ass.
And them hips. It's not even an ass. You can say it's ass, but it's weight. It's baby weight.
Because I don't have no ass and they still be on me like I got ass.
Hello. My whole meat be doing what it do. Okay. But exactly, it's just that. Like, you know, but exactly. So that's my theory on that, to be honest. And I agree, because any woman can appreciate another woman's body, but a man can thoroughly look at another man and be like, those two pieces don't fit. So they just don't see the beauty in it. It's the beauty part. Exactly. They don't see the beauty in it. Unless you're attracted to that and therefore it would be beautiful to you.
Gotcha.
But if there's no beauty in it, you're just like, that's why there's more of an F from dudes as opposed to...
I'm going to take it a step back because I just realized you ain't answered my question.
Oh, no, and I thoroughly answered it. Nah, because you broke down a theory.
I did. You right.
Let's answer the question. Very simply put, I like sexy shit.
Damn.
That's what I like. I like sexy shit.
Period.
It's as simple as that. So whatever me, the other person, and the camera is doing is what we're doing. And I feel like I've said that. I feel like I've said that before, but people...
She said the camera?
We do what we do. We grown outside. Like, kiss.
Bang, bang.
But yeah, like, and that's why I also know, put it like this, dudes who I feel like are scared to ask me, I'm like, baby, because, you know, you have no business.
Ooh.
That's all it is. I didn't do shit. Nobody asked me anything.
That's
I didn't do no
shit.
Don't put it on me. That's
because
fucking...
You're
what's that psychological word?
That
like
reverse psychology?
Yeah, like, nah, don't
projection.
do that. Projection.
Don't project that shit.
Don't fucking Dutch is so tough. She don't like sexy. The fuck out of here, nigga, because you're scared. You gotta put the pop on it because it's so true. Because same, it's like if you don't, baby, you don't bring that out of me. I had a dude, a man,
because you come on, because there's a difference.
A man tell me, I'm sorry. You know what? Anything I did to you, I have to apologize because real shit, like I wasn't bringing that feminine energy out of you. The shit that I have to do is what is going to get that out of you.
Come on. I didn't know I was signing up for church today. Well, no, so let me put this thing on up. And get straight.
Because I like direct conversation. Like, but that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's real though. That's how I process shit. So it's like, no, I like sexy shit. It's as simple as that.
Gotcha.
The reason why I don't know. It's like, and then honestly, but to go a little deeper than that, I don't talk about stuff in a loose way because understand I'm Haitian, bro. Like, it's just the type of lady I am. Like, a lot of y'all bitches feel like y'all have to be someone you're not because that's what society is doing. Like, there's a reason why niggas won't fuck me because you don't know what it's like. And that's as simple as that.
There is a master in the mystery. You better understand that.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's all good. Like, don't get me wrong. You catch me on the wrong margarita, nigga, and you see me smacking ass in the club, bitch, we outside. But that has nothing to do with what we're really talking about. Because back what I was going to say before you broke it down was what I learned about school, what I'm saying with these women and just being around that is, there's no, you can sit there and be cute and flirt all you want. There's no fine line between a pussy and your face. Like, there's no fine line between you eating some pussy, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hello, like, there's no fine line between that. So, I feel like that's what it is. I respect, it made me respect, like, sexuality versus, like,
just playing
with people. Like, it's not that, bro. Like, if you're really about that, like, grown sex life, if you're about that erotic shit, if you're about that tantric shit, you can talk with niggas about shit like that. But if you're not talking about shit like that, don't fucking ask me what I like to do.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Like, what for?
No, that's real shit. If you're not on that wavelength, what are we having a conversation for?
Because I feel like real niggas know. Like this, for every dude or for every woman that I feel like is hesitant around me, there's someone who's just like, she's so cute.
That's real.
And there's not many of them, don't get me wrong, but the ones that are, usually the ones I'm fucking with. Because, I'm just out here bullshitting.
But listen, it's summer 2021's coming. The streets call it.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing is let the people tell it.
Yeah.
I don't have to say anything. Nobody asked me. When you said, you even kind of threw me for a loop because I didn't realize that nobody really directly asked me that
Yeah,
question.
and I feel like as much as I've watched you in your career and seen the interviews, that's always something I've wanted to know. Like,
yeah, because they assume that I like women.
mm-hmm.
They assume that I'm with women. I'll tell you like this: I know that I can never have no girlfriend though.
Can we talk about that for
I know
a
that.
second?
I know that.
So, and this is crazy coming from somebody who was married to a woman and was with a woman for 11 years. I now recognize, though, that I can't have an actual. And I try not to. No. I try not to exit out because I feel like then the universe is gonna be funny and show me somebody that be like, damn, I fucking love
We
that.
ain't in control.
Right.
I know that. It's a movie.
But I just feel like the space that I'm in now, I don't know if I can have an actual girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I don't listen. Let me get close to the camera for this. Listen, I love ladies. You understand me? I love the ladies so much. I appreciate every ounce of what they are. But maybe it's because of the trauma I went through that I'm like, I might need male energy in my life right now. But I don't know if I could hunker down with a woman. Like, I don't know if I can again. She said.
Because I see it like what's probably good for my overall psyche.
Mm-hmm.
I should not be in that much control.
Right.
Talk to me nice, but I definitely need someone to be able to tell me
to talk to them nice. I need somebody to do that.
That's a better way to say it. I was gonna say tell me to shut the fuck up, but it's thoroughly to talk to me nice.
I actually need someone to tell me.
I need someone to tell, and there's not many women
that can tell me that without me wanting to retaliate.
But that's the fit. But we being realistic now. We talking about the Kevin Samuels shit.
Okay, let's take it there because
because that's the type of women that we are. You see what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's like there's a certain level that we're executing at. So it's just unfortunate that there are a lot of women, but there is maybe not necessarily in our circles so to speak, as that we've seen a big pool of that.
Exactly.
Where, because that's why I say it. Most of the chicks that if I was looking at you like that, you damn sure don't want to be my girlfriend either, because you out here working on some shit.
Everybody's trying to figure some shit out.
We over here working, like we over here doing some shit. It's
exactly.
not that.
Exactly.
It's not that. Like we're not trying to build a future. Right?
We're just having fun.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just whatever life did in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you heard it here first on Let's Get Naked. Goddammit, we out here.
Yeah. Be sexy, people. Be sexy.
We're
sexy shit.
Sexy.
I like shit that makes me go. You look fun.
Oh, intrigue me.
That's me. You look fun.
Yeah,
that's my favorite shit. You look fun.
You look fun.
You look fun. I like beautiful shit. Like I fuck with. Don't get me wrong, because I do need to say this before we cross into whatever we're gonna go to. Because because we're talking about more so the moral of the story that she's trying to get me to understand is if I fuck with bitches. But
we already know the answer.
I like sexy shit.
We
like I
said.
Shit. But the most important of that is like no, like I support like women being dope and powerful, and like that's what I find sexy. Like if you a boss and you really own your shit and you really about what you do.
Come on, because I was about to say just because and sexy is not just this.
Yeah, that's not it. It's doing things in a way that is just like, yo, you're really like sure of yourself. You're really confident, and you're just like, you have things going on, and that's why I say it's not a gender thing. It's just like it's an energy. It's nothing I don't know who the person is that's like, oh shit, you're dope. You know what I mean? Like you have my attention, and then it's like if there's some type of sexual attraction, you're fun, right? You're fun. But the thing that I said I need to say for the record though is because it may seem like I'm pro that side of the film. No, don't get it twisted though. I love men like a motherfucker. Like
I agree with you.
I love,
and I can. You know what? I'm gonna come out and say it too.
Shout out
I love men as well.
Black men. I love me a dark skin.
Come on, melanated. Just I call them gorillas, and it's probably wrong, but I don't give a like.
It's the energy that you're talking about. I understand exactly.
That ape shit.
I like men, brown skin, dark skin. What's up? I'm doing what I want to do, and that's just how I do it. And what do you want to do? Sit there, be pretty or cute? And you think you're tough,
right? Because it could be.
I'm into that. I'm into
can we
all
talk
that.
about the duality and how we
truly? Tell me, I'm bugging. Tell me your shit. Let me sit here and say all this and be like, sit down.
Let me tell you. Because as aggressive women, you don't understand. Just because we are aggressive women doesn't mean we don't like to be put in our submissive place, quote unquote. So you just have to be a strong enough energy to do that.
You have to be able to do it. That's what I tell people. Like,
yo.
Was it Jill Scott who said some shit like that? She's like, if you can check me, like, it's like, she said something like, you can't check me unless you can check me. Like,
exactly.
That's it.
Period. There's some people who will try and they will fail.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some people who try and they succeed.
Yeah, and that's it. And I've been to people who wouldn't be thinking about just as something as simple as a female interaction when they're thinking that logic. Because what you're saying is a deeper thing. It's like they approach everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So talking to a chick is
it's a big
deal. It's like, can we have a conversation? Are you cool? I fuck with you. All right.
I bet.
Like I fuck with a nigga that I'm really the bitch trying to fuck with him. He's like, oh. It's like, wow, what are you doing?
So what's happening here?
What's happening? What you got going on? You got someone you watching something and shit? What the fuck? Niggas over here offering you pussy and shit. You don't want to do that?
You don't want to get that?
What chin? Put me on. Like, you feel me? Because, we innovators. We're always trying to,
how do we figure this out?
We're building houses and shit. Oh, that's cool. Is that drywall?
Let's figure out.
Put me on.
I can't do it.
Because in our regular lives, what are we doing? We're putting people on all day.
That's true.
So I would say to a guy, like, if my new little hood rap, like cliche, my little city girl statement is, if you want to date me, you gotta out of state me.
You gotta who?
Out of state me.
Ooh, you trying to get flued out?
I mean, flued out, drove out, whatever the fuck it is. But like, kind of back to what I was saying about, like, who said that you can't just walk home in the middle of the right? Mm-hmm. Right, same thing. Who said that we can't just go get some food and it's in a different city?
I like.
If that's where you want to go, is there anything stopping us really from going? We can go. You want to go? Is that the type of energy you got? Like, we want to go right now? Like, yo,
let's go.
Yeah, let's go to Brooklyn right now. Yeah,
let's go back. That's the energy. That's it.
I'm outside.
That's the life, yo. 2021. I'm on that type of energy.
That's if that's not it. I don't. What the fuck? I can go by myself, right? I can go cook, like you said. I can go plate myself nice.
Yo, my life changed for me when I went to the UK by myself for 2 weeks straight.
That's amazing.
And had to figure it out. From there on, it was like, I can't stop life at all waiting on anybody else to join in. So I can do it by myself. Either you can rock with me or I can do it by myself. Like, that's just how it is. But just that mind frame of, I even require you to be on that same page of, like, it is what it is. We just out here. We out here.
Yeah, like, you're an individual, I'm an individual. Yeah. Would you like to do today as well together? Sure. Cool.
I like that.
Yeah, because who knows what the fuck is going to happen. That's it. Like, I like to just chill. And that's why, again, a lot of people you wouldn't ask because you know damn well you have no business.
You have no business. But I appreciate you trusting me and letting me know I got the business to add.
Oh, yeah, we outside.
Stay tuned, because I'm going to be up Dutch's. I was about to say something that sounded real crazy, and I caught myself. Right. I was like, wow, that sounded real crazy. But I'm definitely going to. That's just gonna
on the box side.
On the box side. But we just having another conversation. Listen, this is my thing. I be having people over. We catch vibes. We eat. We talk before we actually get on the episode. And we were talking about the whole OnlyFans situation, right? Yeah. And we started getting into the whole politics, and there was a mention of, people who are on OnlyFans but then complain about being judged for being on OnlyFans, when it's like, sis, just living your profession and stop worrying about what people think. Yeah. But we were continuing to talk, and Boston's so damn small.
Imagine if I dropped the OnlyFans right now, yo.
Can you?
Imagine if I dropped the OnlyFans.
No,
that's why I said it. Because I was like, no, bullshit. Like, imagine if I dropped the OnlyFans right now.
Dutch, do you know about a coin? Do you know how much?
That'd be funny.
Because you're so private, Dutch. Do you know how much coin?
I'll be over here topless reading books like.
So
page 1
said.
The existentialism of. Fuck y'all niggas.
Just do it with your titties out. There you go. You win.
I'm gonna do a cooking shit. Some cooking shit.
That's what you do. You do your cooking stuff with topless. There you go. You win.
But what's crazy is, and I was saying that's my fucking beef with the society and everything. Yeah. So yes, exactly. There's a lot. It's a slippery slope to be in sex work. Shout out to all my sex workers who actually know what the fuck they doing.
Yo, and living it. I don't ever knock any sex worker because
shout out to any boss.
Yeah, here's another confession. We don't Let's Get Naked. I low key had always had the dream of being an exotic dancer.
I've always had the dream of going to a random place where nobody fucking knows
and doing like a
busting out a nice set
real quick,
going off real quick. Yeah,
like I literally.
I think
I feel like I can do it or something, right? I feel like I gotta take
every girl thinks that
till it's time. I get in the mirror,
my fucking back.
Right. And then I go to try to actually do these moves. I'm like, nah, bitch, I don't think I can do it. But like, I feel like I could thrive in like a DC. You know, they love the big girls, the Chocolate City area. They have specific strip clubs.
I'm just trying to like spin on them. Fucking, I want to fly.
I gotta get my pole tricks right. Yo, shout out to DJ Shash. Yo,
now you see, I said what's up because she put me on, so I'm trying to go with her.
Can she get it? Can I get in?
Yes, you trying to go?
Yes, I'm trying to go. Let's please. Cause Shout
out to the pole chef. Shout out to DJ Shash. Shout out to Shout. No, I'm like,
bruh,
she don't look nothing the same. She's out here air frying herself into a fucking windmill. And my sister's popping.
Yo,
I love
so
it. We've actually tried to coordinate like 2-3 fucking times, and I am gonna go, and I'm going with her.
Yeah, and then afterwards, bring me along.
I want to fly. I just want to fly.
Afterwards, please bring me along, because if I can get my ass on a pole, I might have to go out of town one time for an exclusive show. Yeah. I might have to. If I can get my ass on the pole.
My thing is, I wanna. I have a shoulder issue from like accidents, cars, and bullshit, but like. I want to just be able to get my fucking strength up to be able. That's all upper body strength, bro.
Yo, I suck at upper body strength. My legs are strong like bull. You understand me? But
I just want to fly. I'm gonna have bruises and shit.
I'm doing it. We're doing it. So after you go with Shasha,
so you want me to go do the trial run?
You do
how bad I fuck myself up.
I'm gonna see how you look afterwards.
And I'll let you know.
I'm gonna see how you do it. I'm gonna see if that works. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. But no, I wanted to talk about really quickly another person we have in common, because I feel like Boston is so small.
It is small.
And we'll talk about that offspring, because we don't even talk about personal family stuff. But I practically know a good chunk of his family as well. But Cotton. The good sis Cotton Blue. You had her in your last video, Stony.
Gorgeousness.
Cotton. Let me tell you how I met
that
Cotton.
That girl beautiful, bro.
Let me tell you how I met Cotton. Shout out to Cotton. That girl.
I probably got a lot of these stories.
Right. She needs to start a show up just everybody telling their story.
Telling their story about
me. Shout out to her, because she also, I don't know if she's still doing it, but she also does hair. She used to kill my hair ridiculous. Everything. Like, shout out to
I got some fucking CBD ointment in my bag.
She be doing everything.
Shout out to Kaya.
But no, I have freaking met her at a pool party.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Exactly. And if you know Cotton Blue, make sure y'all follow the girl. I'm doing all types of plugs on this episode because
we connected like that.
Yo, make sure y'all follow that girl on Twitter, Cotton Blue.
A lot of homies.
And that's BLU, no E. Right. Follow that girl, because she's a problem.
It's never on empty, bro.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Never.
So I met her at a freaking pool party where she's in full-on bikini bathing suit. I'm there with my wife at the time.
You're no longer with.
I'm no longer with.
Disrespect. It was just a really good punchline.
You know what I'm just saying? Just stating facts respectfully.
Yeah, respect.
And we both, because that's the type of girl I am.
That's the type of girl she is.
That's the type of girl.
That's the type of girl Cotton is.
Right. Both of us.
You ain't gonna act like you ain't just see.
A bitch, what? Both me and my wife was like, bitch, what? Hello, how are you? But no, she was so cool. She was so dope. And then I saw she was in the Stony video. I'm like, that's Cotton. Like, she was doing my hair. I love her.
She walked up to me. She's like, you're so beautiful. I was like, Cotton,
please don't do me like
this.
Get the
fuck away from me.
Right? Like, please don't do me like that. It be like, stay over there, Cotton. I'm trying to behave.
Get away from me, bro. Get away from me, bro. I'm scared of you. She's beautiful. But she's such a great, but no, honestly, like, because we're doing the Cotton appreciation moment. But outside of all the, like, fucking filthy shit.
Of course.
She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
And spirit.
Yes, spirit. Like, that's what it is. Because we don't see that if it ain't.
Yeah.
That, honestly. We have our own to play with.
Right.
But no, she's a great person, but like, her face. She be serving face. Shout out to the girls out here serving face. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah, short hair girl. What?
It's just look at me. Give you a cheekbone.
Yeah. She's cooking with Cass. That's a margarita.
Yeah.
as the fucking
Cox has
advertisement.
completely ruined every ounce of professionalism I thought I had for this episode.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cooking with
I keep
Cox,
forgetting
man.
that the camera's here, but we here.
I want to actually have more unofficial conversation off the camera, so that's why I'm like, oh, we about to cut this
Get
short.
y'all, man.
Y'all. And no, real quick, Dutch, I appreciate you for
Of
real
course,
for
of
coming
course,
on, spending time, and just really opening up with me. I
It's
appreciate
good time,
it.
good vibes. Shout out to you, honestly, for just making every conversation that you have with somebody, they end up being like, I don't want to talk to you. And that just goes to show that you just have that type of spirit. Like, people are very comfortable with you. So, shout out to the homie Mel for keeping me very entertained. As you can see, this is empty.
We about to refill, and we're going to have other conversation outside of this.
But y'all ain't even,
But tell people who are living under a rock and don't know how to find Google or whatever.
Yeah.
Tell them how to find you, Dutch.
I mean, it's the Dutch Rebelle now.
Come
the
on.
Dutch Rebelle on Instagram because motherfuckers done hacked me.
People
So
out
tell
here
your
hacking.
friends to run it up. IG, run it up. 50 bar freestyle out now. Stony out now.
Oh, can we? I wasn't going to talk
features
industry shit,
out
but can I
now.
just say,
But I be doing things
Dutch,
outside.
who the hell do you think you are, Dutch? Yo, crazy. That 50 for Friday you went in. That fucking freestyle on CWTFB radio, you went the fuck in. You went crazy.
You know that happened at 3 in the morning?
Are you serious?
It was legit no earlier than 2 in the morning.
That's, Dutch. That
No,
freestyle is ridiculous.
I was so tired. Like, that was the same day we shot Stony. A lot of people don't know that.
And I was just about to
we
say.
shot Stony for like however 8-9 hours that we shot it for, and then went to East Bubblefuck and did the
That's
interview.
crazy.
And the freestyle was at the end of the interview.
That was nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Yo, run it up, Instagram and whatever. But on a personal note, just tap in, man. Like, no, honestly, no, you said no industry shit. So, Team Yum Kitchen.
Yes.
Team
Oh,
Yum
I didn't
Kitchen.
get to talk about that. I'm
No,
sorry.
a lot of people don't forget. People don't know
quick.
that it's my baby.
I know.
really
She be
fully
trying to be
honest.
incognito about this. So, guys who tune into this podcast, this is the face behind Team Young Kitchen. Did
You're the
you
first
know
person to
that?
say that.
Ow, did y'all know that? This is the face behind Team Yum Kitchen. So I've ordered that food, and I can attest and vouch, honey. She bought her business.
She called on Blue Baby.
I went to the Cordon Bleu.
Which is so dope. I'm gonna throw some gas on the menu. You know what I mean? But I'm not.
But yo,
Good shit.
make sure y'all follow Team Yum Kitchen. Make sure y'all follow the Dutch Rebelle.
Yes, or 617-860-3557. You know.
Yes, get that text message information going, because that's how she does it. You understand me? I want to give you your flowers real quick.
Straight to the
sis.
source. Thank you.
I want to give you your flowers while I have you here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your career. I wasn't going to talk industry shit, but I have to give you your flowers on that
From a
note.
work. From a
Right.
passion.
For your passion, your longevity,
Okay.
your ability to stay current no matter what changes.
Thank you.
Sis.
Spooky times.
Yo, spooky times.
Spooky times.
Spooky.
I'm a spooky bitch.
Okay, we live for the smoke.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate you for stopping through. And
No
family, if y'all want to
It's for feeding me. Thanks for having me all saucy and shit. Thanks for the margaritas.
It's a vitamin.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get
It wasn't no damn margarita. It was a Henny what?
It was a Henny margarita. Shout out to Cooking with Cox. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram. Crazy menu, crazy drinks. And also you can follow the podcast, Let's Get Naked, LEZGETNAKED with an underscore on Instagram and Twitter without one on Facebook. You can also follow me personally, Ms. Mofilla, MZMOPHILA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you want to come on the show, you have some comments, you want to talk to Dutch, you have some questions, email me, let's get naked, @gmail.com. As always, family, I ask that you tune in and listen with an open heart, open mind, and open ears. And as always, keep the conversations going. I love y'all, family. Peace out. Thank you, Dutchie.
Let's get naked. Like the juice could do, like the juice could do. Step off the go, baby, me and you, baby, me and you. Let's get naked. Oh, let's get naked.